inevitable.
The Chaos List, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, Nzo, here we go. Take N and Z, then throw in a O. Nzo's the name, and this is the show. It don't matter what the haters say, as everybody knows at the end of the day, the Chaos List comes on Tuesday nights. Describe it in word, dynamite. He brings fire to all the masses. He rocks a hoodie, a snapback, and a pair of glasses. Chaos is the second show of the week. Questions so fire that they make you speak about issues that are universal. We talk about shit that's controversial. Sit back, chill, enjoy the show. His crew is ready. And here's Nzo. Peace. Woo! Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaos List. Do not miss this. I'm going to say that one more time. Do not miss this. Peace.
Is there any stuff?
Peace. What is up? What is up? What is going on, guys? Welcome to the show. We got another episode of the Chaos List. I think this one's going to be a good one because we are going to rank all 28 MCU movies. Should be fun. Got Chris Knight, got Elihu-Who. Donnie will be here in a minute. So Chris Knight, shout out your channel real quick, brother.
Real Review 3000, ADHD for YouTube, all sorts of great stuff over there. Gaming, pop culture, all that stuff. Tonight is next to the last Unmasking the Masked Singer. We'll be doing a finale edition next week, and then we're done until they come back out in 3 weeks or whatever it is. It's like such a quick turnaround, but I think we have enough time to fit Obi-Wan in between the two, because that'll make my Sundays crazy, but that's fine. It'll be all right. But yeah, no, we got that, and then over here, of course, 3 shows every week. Chaos Conversation last night, Chaos List tonight, and tomorrow we will have the Rule of 3. And as always, guys, if you check out tomorrow's show, make sure you stay to the end, because we have the Final 5 Factor Fiction, which is a competition that I am sorely behind in. Danny and Nzo are trading punches. I'm just kind of sitting there in the corner with the spit cup going like, okay, here, anyone?
We ain't really trading that much punches because I went up and then in the same fucking show I went back down. So it was like, oh man,
punches. It's like back and forth. Yeah.
What's up, I Love Food? How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in. Elihu, while you really quickly make your list, let me hear you shout out your channel, sir.
Hey weirdos, I'm Elihu-Who. I have a science channel called What's Up with the Universe. You know, when you look up at the night sky and you go, the hell is that? Well, tune into my channel, you might learn something from basic astronomy to complex astrophysics, from like Panther formations, black holes, NEOs, which are near-Earth objects, and I have a couple little parody videos on my channel, so if you want to laugh or learn something, check it out. If not, it's up to you. I'm not forcing you. So let me finish copy and pasting.
No problem. Take your time. I think this list is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what everybody's number one is. I think we're all going to have the same number one. I just think that the in-between... okay. Chris is shaking his head. So that means Infinity War is not Chris's number one movie. Interesting.
That is correct.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. It's not my number one either.
Okay, so there's 2. No, you guys are gonna get phantom zones whenever you put. We will see, because I'm interested to know what your fucking top 5 is now. If Infinity War, it better be in the top 5 at least. That
but yeah, hold on. Give me 5 minutes to figure out where I should move it up to. It's like over there to 17. Where should I put it? 17.
Both you guys should have that mother.
I can move it up to 11, maybe. I'm kidding. You'll find out where it's at.
Should be number 1. That's what I'm saying. It's the best MCU movie ever. But hey, it's gonna be an interesting list. It's very good. It's gonna be very interesting. We're just waiting for Danny to pop in. But if we want, we can. Here's what we're gonna do, right? So I was figuring we'll group them, right? So we're gonna do 28 to 21, right? So Chris will go, Eli will go, Daniel will go, I will go, and then we'll do 20 to 16, and we'll do the 5-5 until we get to the final 5, like that, right? So I think a lot of the people will have the same, close to the same for the ones on the end. I know I got one in their movie. I know I got one in there that you guys are not going to agree with. And we can talk about, like, we don't want to be talking about every single movie, but you can group them. You can say why you put some here, why you put it there real quickly. Someone can question you if they want to, be like, hey man, why the hell did you put that there? Because I don't understand, so we'll do it like that. I'll let Chris go first with his, because Eli's still doing his, so I'll let Chris go first. I'm gonna keep a little record of it. So Chris, 28 to 21, what are your movies?
First off, guys, if you're watching, we have a poll up. Yes. I put it in there. What is the worst Marvel movie? And the choices I put in there, whether or not I agree with it or not, I kind of guessed on these. But Thor: The Dark World, The Eternals, Captain Marvel, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Those are the ones I hear the most as the worst ones. So that's what I put in there. And speaking of the worst ones, 28, The Eternals. 27, Captain Marvel. 26, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 25, Avengers Age of Ultron. 24, Black Widow. 23, Ant-Man. 22, Iron Man 3. And 21, this might be controversial to some people, but Spider-Man Homecoming.
Excellent. All right, you want to explain why you put them in that order? You give a quick one. Danny's not here, so go ahead.
Yeah, so really, the thing here is that I like all these Marvel movies. I like all Marvel movies, but The Eternals is not one that I will watch many times. I think I've watched it twice fully, but it's in parts. Like, I have not watched it, I think, once all the way straight through. Captain Marvel, my biggest problem with Captain Marvel is what they did with Nick Fury. I don't hate the movie. I just think that you build this character up through like 10 years or 8 years of stuff, and then all of a sudden you basically say, oh, it was Captain Marvel all along that gave him every damn idea he's ever had. And then the eye thing was kind of a stupid move, whatever, but still, that was like one of the reasons why I put that up. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I like, but it is severely lacking compared to the first Ant-Man. And Ant-Man, just why I like Paul Rudd, it's a hard sell. It's fun to watch and all that, but it's a hard sell, I think. Then Avengers Age of Ultron, there's just a lot of missteps in that movie. I don't know. I just think there's a lot of missteps, and maybe I would have preferred to see a little more of the Ultron character than just all the robots and other things he uses. I don't know. Black Widow is fine. It's just too little, too late. They could have done a much better movie if they had inserted it somewhere else in the MCU. Ant-Man, again, I love Ant-Man. I love the first movie. It's not a top Marvel movie. It's a fun movie. It was a great midway point, but it really doesn't do anything to add the narrative like the Iron Man movies or Spider-Man movies. They kind of build into the whole mythos of what's going on. Ant-Man, while Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of did that, it doesn't do as much. Iron Man 3, it's Iron Man 3. It's, you don't mention the Mandarin and then not give it to us. So, Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming, because that's where I put it. I don't think it's a bad movie, but it was their first attempt, and I think there's some stuff they could have done better. Like that, I don't know. That it was fun to watch. It just seemed like a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I think as they got on with the other two, they figured out the characters better as a team. It was really just kind of weird because MJ's not MJ, and I think they're making her more like that now. So there's a lot of things to get past in the first one that was like, okay. I like the movie a lot. I put it there. So,
all right. I Love Food said, here's my order: 1 to 6. Iron Man 2, Avengers, Civil War, Thor, Black Widow, Age of Ultron. But I have to ask you,
Iron Man 2 first.
Right. Are you talking about your best to worst on that one or worst to best? You know what I mean? Comic chat, Mr. Danny has reached the building. What's up, Danny? How you doing?
What's up, bro?
Chilling. Want to shout out your channel real quick for the people down?
Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. You can find me here on this same channel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights along with these fellas. And sometimes on Saturday, you can find me on Square One with two of these fellas and another gentleman by the name of Roberto. We talk a little bit of sports, NBA, NFL. We can finally get a break from the round table. I think show one will be coming up later on this month. But ready to go.
Absolutely. All right, Danny. So what I said we're gonna do is we're doing from 28 to 21, and then we're gonna do like 5, rounds.
All right.
So five,
All
and
right.
then top 5. Chris went first. So Chris from 28 to 21 was Eternals, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Age of Ultron, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Iron Man 3, and Spider-Man Homecoming.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you were gonna get your next date. If you want to, you can like talk about why you put them in certain situations or why you put them there real quick.
All right.
So go ahead. What are yours?
My 28 is Eternals. That movie. When I first saw it, I liked it more than when I saw it the second, third time. It's just, I think, the weakest movie Marvel has made today. I'm not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one was meh. The second one I thought was awful. That's my number 27. I'm really not a fan.
Him. Boot him now.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Danny, you talking?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he need to boot you talking about Age of Ultron. I don't know what the hell you smoking. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is not one of my. I'm not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy anyhow. So, number 26 is Thor 2. Oh, worst Thor ever made. I don't know why they even created that. The bad guys was not interesting. Well, one of the bad guys, the head guy, the black guy, his lieutenant was more interesting than he was. Fact they killed Loki's mom. I didn't like that either. Loki and Thor's mom.
You didn't like Frida's death?
Huh?
You didn't like Frida's death?
I did not. Did not want her to get killed. I'm a big Rene Russo fan, so that pissed me off when they killed her.
All right.
25 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought that movie was really sad. Sorry, and I'm a Paul Rudd fan. I think he's funny, but I did not like the bad guy, the ghost, whatever the name was. I didn't like that storyline.
Ghost, yeah, I think her name was Ghost.
Iron Man 3 was a waste of time. Only good thing about Iron Man 3 was all of the different armors we saw at the end. That was tight because I've seen that in the comic books and on the television animated show. So seeing that live action was pretty cool. 23 is the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. Just don't particularly like that brand of movie. I would go see it because it's part of the MCU, but I could definitely do without the Guardians. 22, I agree with Chris, is Black Widow. Just too far, too little, too late. I really didn't care for it. I like her sister more than I like her, and that's crazy. But I didn't like the MCU comedy with the family dynamic. Thought it was kind of corny in some spots. Really didn't care for the bad guy. And my 21 is Ant-Man. Didn't hate Ant-Man, but I didn't like it better than the ones I got after it.
All right, very good start. What up, Caleb? How you doing, brother? Good to see you here. I Love Food said Iron Man 2 is my favorite Marvel movie. Really? Gave the fires. And Caleb said Thor, Love and Thunder is going to be fire. Yeah, I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about that one. All right, Eli, you're up next. 28 to 21.
Okay, hang on a second. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I can count. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
For some reason, I can only quickly type up 25 movies, so I might have missed some. I know I missed some, okay? My number one I hate the worst was The Eternals. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Why did this astronaut have to make one deaf, one a kid? What the hell? It made no sense whatsoever. I love Selena Gomez, but no, that's one of the worst ones on my list. The 127 was Avengers Age of Ultron.
Damn.
Yeah, I did not care for that
Smoking.
one. No, I did not. I did not like how they introduced Wanda and Pedro. No, I'm like, come on. I even know that some little history of the comic books. This is not right. 20. Okay. Well, next one is
26.
26. Thank you. Thor: Dark World. No explanation needed.
Thank you.
25. Iron Man 3. Do you really want to go that route and really just pull a leg off on us with some fake Mandalorian? Come on, Mandarin. Yeah, it's a Chinese dish. Like my next one said, Shang Chi in Legend of the Ten Rings. That's my 23 one, okay? Those two go back to back.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
That bus scene was totally unexpected. If you're going down
Which
that
one?
road, you make a right, Shang-Chi.
What number was it?
7, 6, 5, 24.
24.
Shang-Chi, 24. If you go down the road, you make a right, left, and a right, you are not going through the tunnel. You're going to you're going away from Chinatown. No way. That's totally unrealistic. That's why me and he refused to have the name. I brought it on the bus because of the accidents.
All right.
23. Should I explain why Black Widow was 23?
No, I think
There was no climax. I'm like, okay, what's the big point of the danger? We know she's going to live. Hello.
You wanted to see Black Widow climax? What?
Yeah, it would have been nice, but still. Colin Chillis would have been mad. 22. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
How the hell did that make it that far? My God.
Brie fucking Larson.
and then the last one.
Avengers Endgame.
Wow.
What?
Hold on.
We will not be invited to another one of these again.
Hold on. I didn't think someone was going to get it.
Why is Endgame my...
Jarrell! Both you and them one day, Jarrell!
All right, so we'll
You need-
continue the
You
show.
need something deeper than the Phantom Zone to put him in.
For real.
Shall I explain
Endgame so
why?
low?
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
go
explain
ahead.
why.
I want to
Okay.
hear this one.
The fight
Hey,
scenes,
Dandelion.
the fight scenes were really over predicted and over drawn up. I'm not even looking at the comments. Sorry, they were pandering too much because you had what the hell was Wasp doing there with Peter Parker when she's supposed to be with Scott with the van helping him out? Like, what the hell? You got a giant Ant-Man fighting. Also, you got a little tall, tiny Ant-Man.
You are
Howard
so
the Duck.
high now.
Howard the Duck only got 1.5 second of screenshot. He should got more time.
God. Yeah, Eli is way
I am
too
not going to
high.
be the most hated person today. I know this.
No, Eli's way too high. Way too high.
So wait.
He's
So
supposed-
wait. Am I forgiven for Age of Ultron now?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. I mean, I understand.
He said
some people
he
like
said
that movie.
one of the reasons he put it so low is because Howard the Duck had a little scene in it.
1.5 second of screen time. Okay, well, about half a second.
That is.
After,
You just heard the voice of an ass clown. That's what that is right now.
after
voice
all
of
the
an
things.
ass clown.
Okay, well, let's just put it this way. I know I'm gonna have one in there. I think we all had one that were like, "What the hell?" So my 28, all right, and I think we all agree the worst MCU movie is The Eternals, hands down.
Yes.
Eternals is fucking
Yes.
garbage. I cannot watch it again. I tried to. Because I told Danny, I said, when I watched it on Onzo Vision. Quality wasn't that good. I never watched it like full quality. So I popped it on, and I'm like, oh, yo, the visuals and stuff look nice, but nah, clicked it off, and I went and watched something else.
How did
Number
you get all
20.
that stuff in that buried ship? Come on.
I have no idea. Danny just popped out. Pretty sure he'll be right back. Number 27 for me is Iron Man 3. One of the reasons why it's so on the bottom of my list is because I thought it was going to be good. You know, we got a tease of the Mandarin, and it looked like, you know, there was going to be like a good story, and they went and did. That was the first Ralph Boner joke in the MCU, and then they continue to do shit like that, and I don't like it. Number 26. Number 26 is Thor Ragnarok, not the Dark World. Thor Ragnarok. Thor
I knew it was gonna
Ragnarok
be low
is
for
down
you.
there on the bottom of my list because I cannot stand that fucking movie. The only reason why it's above fucking Eternals and Iron Man is because the first half of the movie, I love it. Once he gets to the planet, I hate it. It's like half and half for that movie. Number 25 is actually the first Thor. The first Thor movie I thought was absolutely boring. Like, it is the only thing that's good in that movie is the end scene, the fight scene at the end. Everything else for me is just absolutely boring. Number 24, Captain America, the first Avenger. Another one that was a snooze fest for me. Did not like it. It was just meh. You know what I mean? Like, watched it a couple times as well. Watched it, I think I've seen it 2 times. And I was just like, nah, not interested in this movie. This movie's not for me. Okay. Number 23 would be Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 has some good stuff in it, but I thought as a movie. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tell me a 27 through that again.
Yeah, sure. So it's Eternals, Iron Man 3, Thor Ragnarok, the first Thor, Captain America, Iron Man 2.
Ooh.
That's what I'm on now. Yeah, Iron Man 2.
You got some tough.
I don't know. It's just one. It's just ones that I just like. I didn't feel when I seen them. You know what I mean? Iron Man 2 has some good stuff in it, but like I said, the roadie stuff, stealing the suit, and all that stuff. I didn't feel it.
But the first
number
Thor,
2,
you didn't think that was tight?
I thought it was boring as fuck.
Oh man, when he fighting the ice giants, man,
he doesn't like. Listen, he has a problem because Chris Hemsworth looks better than him without. That's probably what it is.
That's what you think. I got a 6-pack, and I'm buffed under these shirts.
Listen, I know how to carry a 6-pack right here too. It just I got to go get it out of the refrigerator. Give me 5 minutes.
Hey, I got a pony cake. Okay, I got more beer than you, man.
Number.
So you got 2 Thors in the bottom 5.
Man, yes, I do. Crazy. Absolutely.
Boy, that's tough there, boy.
Number 22 would be Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That movie just was way too jokey for me. Wasn't feeling it at all, especially off of the first one, which I really loved. Second one was not good. And 21 is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Woo!
So you and me have it right there. It's like,
yes, you're a hard critic.
Yes, Spider-Man Homecoming was okay, but it just didn't do it for me.
The only thing I like about Guardians is their soundtrack. The music is hot now.
Absolutely.
To some beast-ass music, but that's about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was the 28 to 21. Recap real quick. Danny was Eternals, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Iron Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Black Widow, and Ant-Man. Chris was Eternals, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Age of Ultron, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Iron Man 3, Homecoming. Elihu was Eternals, Ultron, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, and Endgame. At least I know what's up, Drop Shop? How you guys doing? At least I know that this one here, Endgame, I think is the worst out of the bottom ones that we all picked.
And then Age of Ultron, James Spiderman. That right there.
No, he's great, but they misuse him. They should have used him so much more than they did. There's so much more they could have done with him. And by the way, I am, me, I am a for lack of a better term, I'm a hater of Endgame. And I will tell you right now, I couldn't put it that low. I'm not a hater per se. It's just there's a lot of things I think they did wrong with Endgame.
Constantly remind me why I never smoked marijuana. He is a constant reminder. Thank you, Elihu. I appreciate it.
I feel
You're
you,
welcome.
man.
You're welcome, officer.
Doctor Strange in the multiverse of woke Disney. Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyways, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit when I get to my picks and when that comes up. But right. So now we're gonna do the next 5. I'm gonna start off with Eli this time. So Eli, give us your next 5.
Okay, 1 second.
16 through 20, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't number them. I just quickly typed movies out. Sorry, had to count.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll be right back, guys.
Captain
Yeah.
America, the first Avenger.
Mhm.
I was not a big fan of that one. I'm like, get on with the story, okay? Come on.
I can't believe we actually agree on something.
Mhm.
The next one, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh yeah, you high. You good and high, boy.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead. Next one.
Iron Man 2. How can fucking you get hit by a car and still be active rolling around like that? Come on. You had no protection on your gut.
What are you talking about? Oh, you
The
talking about
The
you talking
racetrack.
about Whiplash?
Yeah, the racetrack.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
yeah.
the hell? I lost
Yeah, I
interest.
feel
The
you.
moment that happened, I'm like, no, I'm out. No.
You do realize this is comic book, right?
Yes, I know, but he had no metal protection over his stomach when he got hit by that
You
car.
believe this is fantasy, right?
Yes.
You know, in fantasy, people are a little tougher and stronger than they are in real life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
All right, Eli. Next up.
Next one is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
What?
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
Well, you done did 3 what the fucks.
For real.
Yes, I know. This is my order. I'm typing them in. Okay. I
Nope.
basically went from best to worst in my mind,
I can tell you
and
what,
I'm reading upside down list. Okay.
your top 5
So-
is garbage.
I would.
Oh,
hope
wait till you
so.
hear my top 5.
Your top 5
Yeah.
is straight up garbage.
Wait
Yeah,
till you
for
hear my
real.
top 5, man.
All right. Go ahead.
Spider-Man
One more.
Homecoming. Homecoming.
Okay.
It was not
I-
my favorite Spider-Man movie.
That one's tough, man. Multiverse of Madness and Winter Soldier in that. Like, that is crazy. Like, those movies, at least Winter Soldier is considered by most one of the best MCU movies. And you got it down there. All right.
Yes,
I'm going to go next. Then I'll let Danny, then Chris go. All right. Way too high.
Wait till you hear my top 5, okay?
I'm
I
telling you
can't
now,
wait.
and I don't hardly say this about people, but your top 5, based on what you already said, is straight up gutter
Garbage.
rat garbage.
Facts. Trash. 100%. All right. So for me, number 20 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't really like that movie at all. It was
Whoa. You like Ant-Man and the Wasp better than Thor?
absolutely. Absolutely. At
You
least
are
there was
trolling.
some.
You trolling.
No, I'm dead ass. At least there was some shit in Ant-Man and the Wasp that I
Oh,
liked. You know what I
okay,
mean?
I tried Ant playing a drum set. Nzo.
I laughed my ass off.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? This little Spanish dude, he was funny. There were some funny things in it, you know. And that scene where she's trying to get the box from the gangsters, you know,
Wasn't
she's
T.I.
going small.
Wasn't T.I. in that?
T.I. was in it too as well.
I'm missing 2 movies. Oh.
After that, we have Captain Marvel. So we all know why. But yes, Captain Marvel is better than Thor and Thor Ragnarok. Number 18 would be Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was somebody in the chat. Can you get the bots, please, if you're there? Age of Ultron. Cool. Age of Ultron was decent, but there was just some things about it I did not like in that story. And again, when you have Hulk getting beat up by Iron Man, you already ruined that shit for me.
Yeah,
You
go
know
to sleep,
how I
go to
am
sleep,
with
go to
Hulk.
sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Trash. Number 17 is actually Shang Chi. Shang Chi has some good fight scenes, but you go and you bring in the fake Mandarin in that, and you just remind me of what they fucking did in Iron Man 2, and that movie takes a hit for me one time. Iron Man 3, sorry.
But,
Yeah.
the fake Mandarin Nielsen was kind of comic relief. I wasn't too mad at that.
He was comic relief, but it just reminds you that he was, he fooled us in the first and the third Iron Man movie.
Yeah, they were both of my. That's why they were both at my bottom of the list.
Reminds me that movie's not as bad as that movie is. And then number 16 is Black Widow. Black Widow was okay of a movie to me, but there were some things in there that just hit me the wrong way. The family aspect, I loved it. When they're around the table and they're having that conversation, I loved it. But she flying through the air like Superman and all kinds of shit, and I was just like, nah, sir, that don't make it.
Fight scene with what's the
Taskmaster?
Taskmaster was fire. That shit was fire.
The first, yeah, they were good. They were good.
The
but
first fight scene,
yeah, on the bridge there was
bridge.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, you're up.
My number 20 is Captain America: The First Avenger. I just thought that was a really slow movie. Didn't like the Red Skull aspect of it. Didn't like how they use him first as like comic relief, whatever, going around doing the shows. Just wasn't bad, but it just wasn't.
How he does it, it's literally like stuff straight from the comic book stuff.
Okay, I don't have to like every comic book though. You know what I mean? I don't hate it. Of course, there are 8 other movies that I like less than this.
Haters.
It looks like Chris is gonna have Captain America in his top 10 or some shit, eh?
No, not my top
19 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Well, let me change that. I want to put Spider-Man Homecoming 19.
Okay.
Iron Man 2 is number 18. I really didn't care for Whiplash. I like the actor that played Whiplash, but I just didn't care how they did it. Who was Iron Man's competitor? I really like him. He is funny. Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah,
funny.
he was good. He was the best. One of the best parts of that movie.
You saw that dancing on the stage, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see that shit, I laugh. Spider-Man Far From Home is number 17. The only thing that really saves that is Mysterio. Mysterio was fire. I wish they could bring him back. Don't kill him. Jake Gyllenhaal, or how we pronounce his name.
He can now.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do it or not because I don't know if he's important enough villain. But I wish I wouldn't mind seeing him again. I thought he was the best villain out of all. Maybe second only to the Goblin. Out of the rest, he was my favorite villain in the Spider-Man series. And number 16 is Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow.
Really, the first one now. The first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the special effects with Dormammu and that going back and forth. Going back and forth, that concept was cool, but he didn't look menacing. It didn't look right to me. So I give it
the end of that movie was underwhelming. The way they just kept doing the reverse time. But I really enjoyed that movie. All right, Chris, you are up next.
20 through 16?
Yes, sir.
All right. 20, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I like it. And like I was telling Nzo before we got started, my probably 14 through 28, they're probably, a lot of them could be moved around depending on the day. So right now, just Shang-Chi's there because it's definitely not one of the best movies, but it's not one of the worst. So it's in that middle area. What?
What up, Big Brother? And Bone. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so it's just, that's where it's at today. Number 19, Thor: The Dark World. I don't hate this movie, but it is not a Marvel movie. I mean, the thing that Thor and Thor: The Dark World, they don't feel like Marvel. And I like them. It just, if you put them up against other Marvel movies, Dark World shows up at 19. 18, Captain America: The First Avenger.
You're a whole 2 spots lower than mine, and you fussing.
You know,
really, 2 spots.
Fucking with. I don't agree with the slow. I love the way they did it. It's just it's one of the older ones, so it doesn't match up great against the newer ones. I love the stylization of it. I like that they took a lot of things kind of out of the comics for it. Of course, it's not perfect from the comics. I thought the scenes with the battle scenes with the stuff that Red Skull was using with the Tesseract, I thought that was all pretty damn cool. But it just, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't match up to the newer ones. And I think that's kind of the tough things with the older ones is that they have to have a lot more than just the story. In a weird way, that's not wrong. In a weird way. 17, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The problem with the second one is it stays put too long. It's on Ego. It's like Ego's. That's where 90% of the movie seems to take place, and even the ones I forget what the alien race is that they fight in that. There's like that gets repeated twice. That fight literally gets repeated almost twice. Once they find them, then they get destroyed again. And the second, it's like I don't know. I like the movie. It's definitely not as good as the first one. So, and then 16, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is very, very good, but again, it suffers from being an older Marvel movie. So it's when you go back and watch it now, it's like, man, it just it's almost like a one note to it. It's more apparent. The cool thing about that is it starts introducing more of that direction to going to the Avengers, so I like that. But again, it lacks a lot of what the newer movies inject. And I'm not sure if they really had a full plan, like an absolute plan of what they wanted to do yet, so it's still early on. It wasn't until like the third phase that you really started feeling where everything was going.
What up, Basel?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for popping in, Tony Robinson. Basel, thank you guys for coming in. Go ahead, Donnie.
I think they underused Mickey Rourke in there. He could have been a more sinister bad guy.
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%. So to recap now, Elihu coming in with Captain America, Multiverse of Madness, Iron Man 2, Winter Soldier, and Homecoming. Chris is Shang-Chi, Dark World, Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Iron Man 2. And Danny was Captain America, Homecoming, Iron Man 2, Far From Home, Doctor Strange, and I was Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Age of Ultron, Shang-Chi, and Black Widow. So now we're actually in our top 15 now, guys. And I'm going to let Danny start this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Danny?
I'm going to address it.
Go ahead.
Y'all people in the chat doing this trolling with this Howard the Duck shit. I don't know why. That Howard the Duck is just like the Fat Thor joke. It's going on too damn long. Okay? Howard the Duck is not a fucking
Wait till you see them make a Howard the Duck movie that's right. It's made right.
Howard the Duck better than all the overrated.
He's already part of the MCU. He's there.
Hashtag Dandelion Fluff. Hashtag Howard the Duck was wild. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they could make a Howard the Duck movie or a TV series.
Jason and Danny Lyon are
I have a feeling that somewhere in those jokes they're going to. It's like every time they put him in like What If, or they put him in the Guardians movie, they're sitting there going like, we could make this a movie. Like, no, just put it in as a movie. And then they're right there, like, we could do this.
Chris, I'm not sure if you heard this earlier, but during the multiverse, when Doctor Strange and America was traveling, they went through an animated world, and it's not drawn in the style of What If. So that could be hinting at a Howard the Duck cartoon.
Maybe, but I mean, if they would have showed something with Howard the Duck in there, then I would have been like, yeah, but they didn't really.
It went too fast. I really couldn't tell what was in the background.
Yeah, they didn't show anything.
No damn line. Maybe the only one but they've been mentioning this Howard the Duck shit on all these streams, all these damn votes. Howard the Duck was in one of the rankings.
Only one other one, and that was the ranking.
Almost is in the damn top 10. Like, what the hell? No.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. Good movie making. That's why I went up there.
Would let me come over there, and my sole purpose was to have a shotgun and kill Howard Duck on screen in front of all the fans. That's what I wanted to do.
Danny, you're up.
Doing the next 5?
15. Yes, sir.
Next 15?
Well, I'm sorry, 15 to 11.
15 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 15 to 11.
Right. I am missing 2.
Right. Huh. My number 15 is Captain Marvel. A lot of people don't like Brie Larson. I mean, I ain't knocking down a door or whatever, but I wasn't really bored with Captain Marvel. I've seen worse, which I've named already. So I didn't hate it. It's rewatchable. It's rewatchable and a lot more. I'd rather watch that than the Eternals and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor 2. Those 3 right there, I would rather watch
You're
Captain
all right
Marvel
with what
than
they did with
movies.
You're all right with what they did with Nick Fury in that?
Right, the thing getting out his eye?
Yeah. Not just that. Everything that you learned up until Captain Marvel, you find out was Captain Marvel's idea that he just took from her.
The name of the Avengers and stuff like that.
All of that.
But
first, I hate that.
Didn't he have it like Defenders or something?
Well,
I think he had a different name.
Ideas, but it's like literally she's talking the whole time. You do this, and he, he's literally being he's a tag along in the whole thing. He's not that leader we got to know. And yeah, you got to start somewhere. But I just didn't like how they did it.
You don't jump out the womb a natural born leader. So he saw.
There's some people
he saw he saw the problem and then he adapted to it. So I don't have a problem with it, but. Tomato, okay. Whatever you like.
Mm-hmm. Nothing against Brie Larson because I don't hate that movie. So,
right,
I don't either. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's the closest thing I'm gonna ever see to a Dragon Ball Z, I believe. So I really like the fight between him and his dad. I thought it was pretty tight. Even though it was not comic book accurate, I think the rings or the bracelets made more sense the way they used in live action versus the way we see the Mandarin uses the rings on in the comic books or in the cartoons. So I kind of like that change. Some changes I didn't like the Spider-Man, the organic webs, didn't like that, but I like this change with the bracelets instead of the actual rings. I thought it was pretty cool. The 13 is Thor. I thought the first Thor was pretty cool. Just to actually see the Rainbow Bridge and to see him fighting the ice giants and meet Heimdall and the Warriors 3 and Sif, to see Loki at first and then see Odin. I thought all that was pretty cool. So I like Thor. The Incredible Hulk is my number 12. I wish they would have give that another at least a sequel. I would like to see the leader. The leader is someone that's one of the Hulk's biggest enemies. And they hinted to it when they saw the gamma stuff ran over into the guy's head and his head start getting bigger and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I would like to see a part 2 and maybe see the leader come into play in some part. But I thought, can't think of the name that played Bruce Banner. I thought he was fantastic.
Edward Norton?
Edward Norton, yeah.
Yeah, Edward Norton. I like him better than who we currently have now.
Mark Ruffalo. Me too.
And number 11 is Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was cool because it showed kind of not World War Hulk, but Planet Hulk. I could see some of that transferred into that movie. I like when Hulk fight the dog at the end and was fighting the big fire giant. And I like Thor finally realizing that he didn't need Mjolnir, that he was actually the thunder god and he could do it himself. Hera, she was hell. If you don't like Hera for a bad guy, something wrong with you, because she was hell. She was evil.
I give you that.
Care, and she destroyed a hammer and was killing everybody and doing everything. So, hey, Thor Ragnarok is my number 11.
I give you that. I love Hela in the movie. I really do. But that movie, Chris,
Yes.
what you got?
Where are we starting at?
15 to 11.
15 to 11.
All right. 15. Thor Ragnarok. I like the movie. Of all the Thor movies, it is the most like a Marvel movie. It feels Marvel. I'm working on it right now. And I like a lot of the stuff they did in it. The problem is when you introduce Planet Hulk, you need to go that route. That's literally what they did. They introduced Planet Hulk, and they just kind of said, "Here it is. Look, ooh!" But we're not really using the full. We're not using it the full way we can. I don't blame Marvel as much as I blame the Universal for that, because obviously they had this idea that they could do Planet Hulk, but they don't have the rights to use Hulk to do Planet Hulk. So I guess they did the best they could and give us Planet Hulk without giving us Planet Hulk. So I kind of give it a pass on that. 14, The Incredible Hulk. It's a good movie. It really is. I do like Edward Norton in it. I like the Abomination in it. The leader is probably the leader's introduced. We're not positive because they never went anywhere else with it. The problem with it and what hurts it is that you really can't have a follow-up to that movie anymore because it's been so long. It was like, the second in the whole grouping? It was Iron Man, then that, right?
Yeah.
Time's passed on it. I hate to say it. Can we get another Incredible Hulk movie? Yes, we can. But anything from that, I guess they did put an Abomination in Shang Chi, so I guess you could somehow or another get that going. But the leader would have been in somewhere in this by now. He's not sitting on that lab floor still. I guarantee you. So that's a hard one to go forward with. So that's where it's at. 13, Thor. I love Thor, like I said, but the Thor movies just aren't Marvel movies. So of the three of them, the worst one I think is Thor Ragnarok, but it goes up higher because it's more like an MCU movie. The best one is the original Thor, I think. It's cool how they do it. I like how they went from what did they show the hammer in Mjolnir at the end? What movie was that in? Is that
the Phil Coulson cameo?
What do you mean show?
Yeah.
It was
at the end
credit
credit scene that they showed it before Thor came out. I can't remember.
Iron
Anyways.
Man, wasn't it?
I think it was Iron Man. Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
I think it was
Iron Man 2.
Probably. Yeah.
I liked that. I liked how they did that. I like how, the whole scene where he can't get it and all that. I like it. It's done really well. Hawkeye's introduced. Cool stuff. So yeah. 12.
I think it was Iron Man 1.
Was it?
After 20 defeat after 20 defeat Ironmonger, then I think Pepper Potts was asking him, what's your next assignment? He said, we got something out in Phoenix or something.
Something out in the desert.
Maybe.
Still in the desert. I think it was 1.
12, Captain America, Civil War. I like it, but I don't know. There's just it just seems like it's just a reason to put it. It's a reason to put them all together.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's just I don't know. It's not done nearly as well as the Winter Soldier, and it's basically Winter Soldier Part 2. Just throw a bunch of people into it and let's
that
have some
airport
fight
scene
scenes
is
in it.
fire, boy.
The fight scenes are fire, but that's the only purpose of that movie is to have fight scenes. It's like he's like, well, what do we do? I don't know. We'll just have them fighting a lot, and that'll make a movie. And man, I mean,
then that fight scene at the end with Cap versus Bucky and Iron Man.
You got a middle arm? Oh, that's cool.
Listen, we're getting close to the top 10, so I mean, it's not bad. It's just
I'm ready to see.
But Danny's gonna chastise me for the fact that number 11, the last one in my list, he's gonna hate this, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 1 or 2? 1 Which one? One or
It's
two?
the first one because he did two already.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And Iron Man 2 is the one with the end credit scene, Danny.
Yeah.
I
Iron Man
just
2.
checked it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy is number 11.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go before
Love
Eli
Guardians.
because I think Eli's list is gonna be really bad. So for me, number 15 is The Incredible Hulk. Now, I like this movie. That's why it's there's a lot more movies worse than it. I think it could have been better, but I do agree with Danny. I liked Edward Norton as Bruce Banner better than Mark Ruffalo, and I love the look of the Hulk in this movie. I wish they really would have kept that look for the Hulk because he was big, he was jacked. You know what I mean? That's how they should have made Hulk. So, next
They
one
kind of
is
evolved the Hulk too. I didn't like that.
what do you mean?
Like in Avengers, he was more like an animal on all fours.
Yeah.
Then,
I hated that too.
as he progressed, he started walking on twos like a regular human and stuff. So
yeah, I hated that too, Danny. I hated it too. I kept saying, "Why is Hulk running around like a fucking monkey? Like he's." And I'm like, no. And Hulk's my favorite character, so they've ruined him many times for me. Next up is Far From Home. I think Far From Home was decent. Mysterio was the best part of that movie for sure. And that end scene when Spider-Man and Mysterio are fighting and he's making all these visions and Spider-Man has to close his eyes and concentrate. I thought that was amazing. That shit was straight out of the cartoons, right?
I agree.
So, yeah, I thought that was really good.
We got his Peter tingle.
I hate that, but, it's they don't say spider senses, you know what I mean? They didn't say variants in Doctor Strange, and they don't say the snap either. They call it the blip, so it's kind of weird. But number 13 is Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man. Thought it was a decent movie. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was funny. Thought it was gonna be trash, but I liked the contrast between him and the yellow jacket Ant-Man thing and the fight at the end. And I still laugh at that train scene. That shit makes me laugh when he's on the little toy thing and the train's coming. He's like, yeah, and it's like, and falls down. That shit is funny, man. Number 12.
okay.
You guys notice one has been missing from my list for a minute, right?
This could be some bullshit here.
Thor: The Dark World is number 12.
Oh my god.
Really?
I like Thor: The Dark World. Listen, I get the problems with the story. I do, but I think that the interactions with Thor and Loki in that movie are really good. And then Loki and his mom, Loki pretending like he don't care about what happens to his mom, but then he really does, and then he tells Thor, trust me. They're on the boat. He's like, you could trust me. And then they get to the little place where they're fighting Malekith and the black dude, and it looks like fucking Loki betrays Thor again. And I remember just sitting there, I was like, this motherfucker, I knew it. But then he ends up switching it and actually helping Thor. I enjoyed that. You know what I mean? So I get what people say about the story, but there are elements to that movie that I really enjoyed, and that's why I put it up there so high. And where I'm at, number 11. Number 11 is Avengers Endgame.
Ooh,
Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame.
You are good and high.
Speaking of, I'm going to load up a bowl.
Go ahead. Has moved to my number 11. It was knocked out of my top 10. When I went through the list, I was like, it's good. You know what I mean? That first couple of first hour, last hour, epic.
That last hour, there ain't no movie on this list is better than that last hour.
I agree, but I can't put it up there because of the last hour, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's other movies that I think were better. I love the last hour. I love the beginning of it, but that middle part of it, it just drags on for me. And I could, you sit there watching a movie, you watch the beginning, yeah, and then fast forward, and And then you fast forward right until the tower gets blown up. Then you watch the rest and you're back all hyped again. But anything between there can just get fast forward. So that's the only issue that I really have with Endgame. So that's why it's my number 11. Eli, let's hear this monstrosity of a list. If you thought mine was bad, Daddy, wait till you hear this one.
Okay, when I made a list, I quickly typed out 10 movies, my favorite top 10, but I'm missing one out of my list of the 28. I only got 27 here, so whatever I'm missing is going to go in this little bracket here, okay? So I'm going to start with 14. Mm-hmm. The Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton was robbed. Period. You guys gave great explanations of why it belongs up there, but he was basically robbed.
Mm-hmm.
13. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. I really did not like Kurt Russell that much in that, so I'm like, nah, I could have went another way. Number 12, believe it or not, the first Thor. I did not really like the long, laid-out story. I'm like, yeah, there was too much character development, but Thor was supposed to be all action movie. It was hyped as an action movie, but it was more character development movie, so it's not really up there on my top 10. Let's see. Number 11, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I did not like Ghost. Yeah, there's gonna be
what number is that?
That should be actually number 12. You're missing one.
Yeah, I told you I'm missing 15. One. I told you I'm missing one.
Okay, so you don't know what movie it is there, so when you find out, you'll put it here.
Yeah, because I just quickly typed top 10 movies that was coming in my head. I'm like, okay. Then I had to look at the rest. I'm like, okay, I got 10 off the top of my head. Then I had to look at the rest. I'm like, I'm missing.
And you haven't heard the one from us that you're missing yet?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, when we get it, we'll put it in there. No problem.
Okay.
All right. So, recap. Danny was Doctor Strange. Wait, hold on. No. Sorry. Yeah. Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, Thor, The Incredible Hulk, and Thor 2. Chris was Thor 2.
Thor 3. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. My bad. Ragnarok. Okay. Chris was Thor 2, The Hulk, Thor, Civil War, don't ask me why, Guardians of the Galaxy. Elihu was unknown movie that he doesn't remember or can't figure out which one's missing, so that goes there. Then we got The Incredible Hulk, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor, Ant-Man 2. And mine was The Incredible Hulk, Far From Home, Ant-Man, Thor the Dark World, and Avengers Endgame. And now we have reached our top 10, guys. Top 10 MCU movies. Who wants to start? Who wants to start?
I'll start.
All right, Danny, go ahead.
My number 10 is Age of Ultron. James Spade was fantastic. I like how Scarlet Witch finally realized some of her power, even though she didn't get it the way that she did in the comic books, but the way Hawkeye was able to inspire her was cool. The teamwork that they have, how that carried over to the Civil War when they did they saved the planet essentially, but a lot of people was casualties, and how that caused them to have the split in Civil War. I had set that up. I was really cool with it. I love the Ultron. Like I said, I'm a big James Spader fan. Thought he was fantastic in that. Number 9 is the Avengers. We all seen them together and stuff. That was awesome. They got that iconic shot where they're in the middle of New York and they're all in a circle back to back. Fantastic shot. I love that. Number 8 is Iron Man. What started off him building that suit in the cave, man, and then coming back home and refining it. And the first time he flew it, that music, man, that was fire to me, man. I can remember the music right now, boy, and how he's putting the suit on just like they did in the cartoons, man. I can see that shit. I can hear the music in my mind right now. Robert Downey Jr. killed that. Civil War, fight scene at the airport, introducing Black Panther, was all hype, man. I was always team Cap. Did not agree with Iron Man and General Ross at all. And the way that Cap was kind of showed his badass side and stuff. The fight scene between him and Bucky and Iron Man at the end was tight. Love it. Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. Um, Movie was fantastic. I don't like the way that they killed the Illuminati. I mean, how fast they did it. If you're gonna kill them, let it be a little bit longer. But I think that whole scene from the first to the last one was maybe 5 minutes in the movie. I thought the Illuminati should have been a little bit more formidable towards the Scarlet Witch, and I still don't like
Totally
this
agree.
upgrade with Scarlet Witch. I'm gonna do a video talking about that. Me and Terrence talked today extensively about it. I knew that I read something, and I'm going to do a video on that probably the next day or two. But Doctor Strange
Interesting.
2 is my number 6. Number 5 is No Way Home.
No, no, no,
I thought it
no,
was
no,
fan.
no, no, no. Number 6. That's good. Then we'll do a top
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
top 5. Oh, that's
Well, that's
good.
my.
All right. So wait, hold on. What did Terrence tell you? He said Professor X stronger than Wanda and all kind of stuff.
He said in that what's the place they call it?
The temple
The
there.
place. No, the place where he goes
Cerebro.
in the astral plane.
Cerebro.
Professor X
Okay.
is almost unbeatable. And also number 2 is that Wanda wasn't that strong in the comic books until the storyline came with
House of M.
House of M. She only had
Mm-hmm.
hex bolts that kind of messed up probability, and she was not that strong of a character in the comic books. I know I remember that, but I got confirmation today. But I'm going to do a video on it. So, not mad, but they are really powering her up compared to what she is in the comic books. So that's
Make
my
sure
little
to
guy.
check that video out, guys. But hit these comments real quick. Jason Lee Tucker said they need to bring Beta Ray Bill and Man Thing in. I agree with that 100%. Next bottom, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Homecoming, Far From Home, and Eternals. I Love Food said Iron Man 2 had the hammer. Iron Man 1 was Nick Fury getting Tony to join the Avengers. You're correct. That
No,
was right.
well, not to join the Avengers, just that he's working on a project. Because, like he says in
Right.
Iron Man 2, I'm not necessarily. He's like, you're not coming because, well, you're too arrogant and all that shit. So he just wanted
Absolutely.
his help to find the people.
Yeah.
Tony said Widow, Cap, and Falcon fight and the beginning was fire. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
How about Age of
After
Ultron?
yeah,
Yeah.
is he
Or
talking
Civil
Age of
War.
Ultron? Yeah, Civil War.
Civil
I think
War.
he's talking Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Doc Strange, Civil War, and Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Dark World is a guilty pleasure. I agree, man. Dark World is good, man. These guys need to stop hating on that movie. Go back and watch it again and take it for what it is. It's decent, man. Especially when you get to all the chemistry between the characters, man. It's fire. Darcy titties were a big highlight of that movie. Really, Tony? Damn, that's a hard vote. Nate? Hard vote, Nate? Oh. They all got great moments, can put them on top. I agree with you 100%. I like Shanxi. Can't vote on my way home, haven't seen it. Not a problem. I like all the Marvel movies. Not sure I could rank them.
Whoa.
I'd
You ain't
probably,
seen No Way Home yet? Boy,
David.
get
It's
from under
on
that
Yeah,
rock,
digital.
because
bro.
It's on Blu-ray.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you gotta watch that. Get a link or something so you can watch it online. It's there now. I like all Marvel movies. I'm not sure I could rank them. I'd probably group them as favorites, medium favorites, and least favorites. I don't really have a single most or least liked movie. Got you. Tony, I think they tried to hide her body in both movies. Maybe so, not to draw eyes away from Portman. Well, I mean, she used to be on that show called Two Broke Girls.
Two broke chicks or whatever.
Yeah,
Broke
Two Broke
Girls.
Chicks. Yeah, she looked good. Next 5, Shang-Chi, Captain America, Thor, Avengers, 2012, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. And he said no. All right. So now Eli, 10
Yeah.
to 6. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was checking the Giants score. Still 0-0. Tell me a second. Number 10, Captain America Civil War. I love the introduction of the Spider-Man, how basically like, hello, Underoos. I love that. Number 9, Who does not love Paul Rudd? Ant-Man, the first one, is number 9 on my list.
Wow.
I love the Ant-Man story.
Science-y.
Yeah, I loved it.
Science.
Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, just because of the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack, man. I'm sorry. Number 7, Avengers Infinity War, because the bad guy finally won. I love that cliffhanger. Thanos won. The bad guy won. Yes, end credits. Finally.
7?
Yes, that's number 7.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Danny's not here to hear this.
You know?
6, Spiderman Far From Home. Because of the way Mysterio, I did not even know Mysterio was embedded all throughout the city until I actually watched it the second and third time. Like, oh shit, there he is right there. There's Jake. That is Jake. Wow, that's the bus driver. I didn't know this. The writing was just so well done. The directing, I loved it.
What did you say about the bus driver?
Yeah, I didn't know the bus driver was just waiting there randomly and walked by one of the piers. Like, oh shit, that was the bus driver. He walked by. The serious group was basically trailing all his friends and buddies throughout the whole entire movie. I didn't know that the first time I saw that. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it either until you just said it. So I go back and watch it because I have no idea what you're talking about.
You'll see the bus driver. You'll see the woman. You'll see Mysterio throughout Italy, throughout Naples, or wherever, Venice. Yeah, they're throughout the city watching the kids. They're in the background.
Okay, so they're all in the background. You're talking about when he goes into the bar and he's talking to everybody. They're all in the backgrounds of some scenes in the movie?
Yes, not every single one of those characters is, but some of them are in the backgrounds of the kids.
Interesting. All right, I'm up next. I will go number 10 is Doctor Strange, the first one. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I was impressed with it because, you know, Doctor Strange is one of those characters I didn't know much about when I went to go see the movie. And when it starts off, man, and the Ancient One is taking them into that zone there, and she pulls up her little light shields, man, and she's fighting. I was like, oh, this is fire, you know, and the movie just got a lot better from there. So I really was impressed with Doctor Strange. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. I think this movie is really good. When I went to go see that movie, yo, it's a good movie, man. When I went to go see that movie,
you know, good and well, Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy is not better than Endgame.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. 100% there. Right. So when I went to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy, I remember it starts off and Star-Lord is dancing at the beginning, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck did I just walk into? I'm like, is this the type of movie that I'm gonna be seeing? And it just gets so good from there. Now I have an issue with the end with the dancing part. Hey, what are you doing? What is that? That's the only issue that I have with that movie. So that's why it's at number 9. Or else
I'm standing I'm gonna stand so quiet nobody can see me. I'm invisible. What the fuck?
Yeah, I see you eating a space nugget.
I think that was in part 2, though, Danny.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think
either way.
Yeah, but you see, in part 1, that's why I don't like part 2, because in part 1, Thor, Batista, shit, his name's slipping my mind right now, but
I'm sure how important he is.
I forgot his character's name.
Oh
Drax.
my God, Drax. That's it.
See what I'm telling you?
That's it. Yeah, Drax.
Crappy.
But his humor in the first one was better. It was more dumb. Like he's like, that's, you know, and he's like, oh, that just went right over your head, and he made that joke. So Drax was good in that one. The second
he
one,
ad-libbed some of his lines when he was like, "Where's Gamora? Who's Gamora?" He's like, "What better one? What's Gamora?" He ad-libbed that.
in the second one, yeah, but his lines in the second one were trash. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like they made him the joke of that movie, and I didn't like that at all. That's why I put the second one so down there. But the first one, I think, is really great. Number 8 is the first Iron Man. Now, this first Iron Man movie is the first one we got. It was fire. It still holds up today. You know, I can watch that movie over and over again. And that scene where he goes when he first puts on the suit and he goes and he's taking out the terrorists, and he turns and walks away and the missile flies by him. That shit is fire, man.
Yeah, I can hear that music now, boy. Ding, 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 ding.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy. Yes.
I just
John
wish
Favreau, why can't you bring that magic to doggone Star Wars?
For real. Because he did a bang up job in that one, you know what I mean? And he took a character that a lot of people didn't know at the time and made him a household name. He got Robert Downey Jr., which was the perfect casting for Tony Stark. Absolutely. So I really enjoyed that. Number 7 is the first Avengers. Again, another movie that I love. Is the first time they all got together. That's the one where it started with the jokes. They weren't as bad, but it got a little bit jokey in the first Avengers. But I loved it. I ate it up, and that's one of the movies that I can still watch over and over again.
Anzo, that's the one I forgot about, the Avengers.
Okay, all right.
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
So Avengers is your number 15 then?
Yeah, you can put that as 11 and switch Ant-Man and the Wasp and Avengers is Ant-Man and the Wasp is 15 and Avengers is 11.
I could do that. All right, cool.
Thank you.
And number 6, Spider-Man, No Way Home. This movie moved up into my top 6. Why? Because the nostalgia, there's a lot of good stuff in this movie. But one thing about this movie is, and people always, and I try to fight them, but there's a lot of plot holes in Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Danny, you have one that you hate in this movie. You hate it. You hate the fact that Dr. Strange made that spell and he even forgot about it. You know what I mean? Right. So
he doesn't forget about it. He knows he did it. He just doesn't know why he did it.
Right, but what Danny's saying is,
I think that's one of the problems, and I think that works fine with the multiverse and everything else being a problem.
But there's also a problem with Doc Ock and Spider-Man, because Doc Ock was originally ripped away, but Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is a lot older. I'm like, what the hell? He's just supposed to be fighting him. Now is there a timeline? Did he be working from time as well?
Well, it's not that. It's because... Yeah, go ahead, Chris. No, I was just going to say it's because he died, things happened, but he still came back from before he died. But, Toby's
also, they said in the interviews that they de-aged him because he's like, man, I'm about 30 pounds heavier now.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
you could tell.
Some de-aging to the actors.
Yeah, you could tell. And then there's the plot hole of people saying how, well, why didn't Tom Holland, why didn't he go to the admissions office first, and why didn't he do this first, and why did he go to Doctor Strange? And so there's a lot of plot holes that people have with that movie. So that's why I put it at my number 6.
Because he's a kid and he doesn't think straight with that.
I enjoyed it.
He's fucked up everything. But that's a good movie.
That's millennial thinking.
Absolutely. And I enjoyed it.
It is, exactly.
Yeah, they don't know better.
I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. So that for me, that's why I put it at my number 6. And Chris, you are up.
Number 10, Spider-Man Far From Home. Mysterio, like you guys said, really great. Again, there's infinite possibilities upon infinite possibilities now. I think we'll see Mysterio again, quite possibly. I don't know. Maybe not. But even then, this guy really wasn't Mysterio, was he? I mean, he was acting. So again, it's that whole, like, you're giving us a character, but you're not giving us the character. 9, Avengers Endgame. My problem with this movie is primarily, again, the introduction of time, but it's not it's not going to kill the movie for me. It was done very well, but like you guys said, it's like the first half, you're like, okay, let's just get to this. What's the point? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And then boom, shit hits the fan and it takes off. And the last half of that movie is just like, what the fuck just happened? Which is fine. Number 8, I think a lot. Well, Danny, where'd you have Iron Man at? 8?
Yep.
Where'd you have it, Nzo?
I had Iron Man at 8. Yeah.
And I have it at 8 also. Again, first one out the gate. That, like you mentioned the soundtrack, you just everything about that movie. that is what kicked off the MCU. We wouldn't even be doing a ranking of 28 movies if it wasn't for this one. So it
Facts.
automatically kind of makes it in the top 10, where I'm not sure for some people, but that one's always going to have a special place in my heart. I love Robert Downey Jr. I love the egotistical, what the fuck, I don't care. I can make you what? There isn't this thing that I need. Fuck it, I'll make it myself. Give me 10 days, leave me the fuck alone in my little lab. I love the attitude. And he, again, when we're talking about Wakanda Forever, there's a lot of things that they don't do right. It's going to just fall. Same thing was a possibility with Iron Man. You picked a really obscure superhero that most people wouldn't have picked. And then you pick a guy who's still kind of coming out of this whole, the whole, I was a drug addict and all this stuff. And yes, he'd had Sherlock Holmes and some other stuff. But he was still kind of coming back into his own. It was like his second coming of Robert Downey Jr. There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong, and we wouldn't even be talking about 28 movies. Everything went right with that movie. And that's why we're talking about 28 movies. So it has to go. I think, again, don't know where in the top 10 for some people, but I believe it has to be a top 10 because it was the first one. Number 7, The Avengers. Again, when we got to see these people together, that was so freaking awesome. We got to see a lot of the Black Widow stuff then. It just, that whole thing was really cool. I like that. That's the one also where at the end Hulk gets to throwing Loki around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puny God. Puny God. Anyways. Number 6, Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange, man. That movie. I like the Inception stuff and things like just how they did things. And yeah, it's just, when I saw that movie, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And it feels Marvel, but it adds so much more to Marvel than Marvel has. And it was great to see it. And I hope they make another one sooner rather than later, because we waited quite a while for the second one, and it was a good wait too. It was well worth the wait, in my opinion. So, all right, there you go.
And the movie said Doctor Strange will return.
Absolutely 100%. I agree with you. To recap, we have Danny with Ultron, Avengers, Iron Man, Civil War, Doctor Strange. Chris was Far From Home, Endgame, Iron Man, Avengers, Doctor Strange. Elihu, Danny, you missed Eli, so get ready. Civil War, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity War, and Far From Home. And mine.
I can't wait to hear top 5, boy.
Me too. I'm gonna make him go first on this one. Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Avengers, Spiderman, No Way Home. So now, guys, we have done it. We have reached the top 5. So these are going to be our top 5 MCU movies of all times. And because we think Elihu's gonna be trash, Elihu, your top 5, please.
Number 5 has to be Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
I love Black Panther. The origin story, the intertwined with history, I loved it. Number 4, Doctor Strange, the first one. Like Chris said, the Inception area, the multiverse, the mirror dimension, the Ancient One, the fight scenes, the story of himself, of the character, the way he was constantly shaking his hands throughout the whole entire movie. I love that consistency with Benedict. Number 3, Thor Ragnarok. Because I love a good buddy. God. I love a good buddy comedy. Come on. It's a buddy comedy. We got almost Hulk world. That's why it's my number 3.
Where's the Phantom Zone for that one?
Yeah, for real.
Wait, you gotta dig a Phantom Zone underneath the Phantom Zone for him. Some of the things
for real.
Terrell, I'm reaching up, help me. Number 2, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Because we got the 3 Peters, and I loved it. we've got to finally Sony and MCU. I love the three Peters. And my number one pick is Iron Man 1, the first Iron Man. Why? Because it's Sony. It's Robert fucking Downey Jr. That guy nailed it as Iron Man, as Tony Stark. His egotistical attitude. 80% of the script said RDJ riff. Basically, they were riffed out the whole entire movie. I loved it.
I'm actually, other than Thor,
What, Nzo? You pulling with JJ?
You're muted. You're muted on StreamYard.
Cat is going crazy right now over here. So yeah, but like I said, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't. Hold on.
there we go.
Yeah, you switched your.
My mic over. Yeah, I wasn't really mad at this. I thought.
Oh.
Get the cat away from the keyboard.
That cat.
Yep, it's the cat.
That darn cat.
Oh, I love that movie.
All right, let me pick this one more time. She's
Like
smart.
Mike.
She's coming back too. Hold on. Not showing up. Give me 1 second. All right, so what we're gonna do is I was gonna go next, but I'll let Chris go.
Okay.
Why not Wesson? It's a lot healthier than Crisco.
Number 5, Black Panther. Number 4, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. That is absolutely like just the way they did that movie. It's great. Number 3, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I've thought about it more because I wasn't sure how I felt about this movie. Not in a bad way, just what did I think about it? I'm like, man, it's genius because this is the way at least that you can say, hey, Disney, you took a chance there. It looks good. It was great. You can go a little further. Let's try a little more. Let's do, Deadpool, Blade. Let's take that PG-13, that harder PG-13. Let's push it a little further and let's get that rated R. Even if it's an easy rated R, you can do it.
Hey, Chris, Chris, have you seen the Funko Pops of the Wanda Scarlet Witch? There's red in her hand.
I'm not a Funko. I did.
Oh, well, there's red in her hands, and people are asking, is that blood or is that cosmic energy?
I don't know. I'd have to see later. And then number 2, Avengers Infinity War. I really liked Infinity War. But there's my number 1 that's probably my favorite right now, and that's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Really?
I absolutely was like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. Right now, I'm going to say my top 5 probably could change. But maybe my top 6 because Doctor Strange is in there. Doctor Strange really could be higher, but Infinity War is, I don't know. It's not the go-to for my number 1. I like it. It's a lot of eye candy. It's fun. And again, they did the thing that they needed to do, which is really put a stake to it. But then they go and they did Endgame, which took every stake that Infinity War set up and says, fuck it, we can do whatever we want. And then they introduced time travel. Now we have multiverses. There's not a dead person in the MCU if they don't want it. Everybody can come back. Everybody now.
Variants.
And so,
more or less,
the stakes that Infinity War took and put out there, they're just not stakes anymore. So there you go.
All right. I'm going to go with my top 5, and then I'll leave Danny for last. So number 5 for me is Black Panther.
Hey, that's 3 for 5. That's 3 for 5. Wow.
We don't know why Black Panther is a great movie too. Yeah. But you know what I mean? I still have to put it in my top 5 because I love it. Chadwick Boseman, passed away, so we'll never get that charisma from the Black Panther again. Hopefully they find maybe recast him or whatever they do. But
to keep
You
on
muted
muting
again.
yourself.
Muted.
Which cat is it this time?
Yeah. Cat.
all
Is
right.
the cat by the cables by your feet?
No, it's right by the cable by the Mac. But
shit.
yeah, so Black Panther's number 5. Number 4 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Movie is great. I really love The Winter Soldier. I didn't like the first Captain America, as you can see where it is on the list. But when this one came out,
Yeah, and he realizes the cat just did that.
I would like to kill the cat.
Hey, do you want me to contact him Malmakian for you? I'm really high up there. I'm contacting Malmakian for
I'm gonna call Animal Control.
No, Malmakians work better. They love cats.
I don't mind her coming up here, but then she starts biting up on my cords and then pulling it out and shit. So yeah. All right. So number 3 is Captain America: Civil War. I know Civil War has some plot devices in it. There's some things in it where it's like, wait a minute. These guys left to go to that place like hours before Tony Stark. Tony Stark went to the raft, found out information, and then went there, and they met up like they were just getting in there at the same time. You know what I mean? So there's issues with that movie. But we get the first Black Panther in that. First viewing of Black Panther, first viewing of Spider-Man. The airport scene is fire. The fight with Captain America, Bucky, and Iron Man towards the end is amazing. So that's my number 3. Number 2 is Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. And I watched it again last night before I went to bed, man. And I was just like, yeah, this movie is really fire. Like, I think it's because they pushed the boundaries of, like Chris said, like things we never seen, we would think we would see in an MCU movie. The story is pretty much generic, Wanda trying to get her babies, but her acting in that movie was really, really up to par. Like, it was really good. I watched that scene where they're flying above the temple there, and she's talking to him. She's like, "This is me being reasonable." I was like, yeah, this is really good. But hey, we know it's woke, right? Because if you watch the movie, it wasn't Doctor Strange that beat Wanda, it was American Chavez. So of course it had to be woke, right? Not only did American Chavez beat Wanda, but if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for her, Doctor Strange, no, I forgot what I was going to say. I had it all planned out before and it just slipped my mind. But anyways, I think the movie is great. I think it's moved up to my number 2. I really enjoy it. I could watch it. It has replay value for me. You know what I mean? I could watch it. I've seen it like 3 times already. Can watch it again. I think some of the death scenes in that movie were the best death scenes that I've seen.
Too quick.
You know what I mean? Too quick. No, but did you like the Suicide Squad?
Oh yeah, I like that.
The beginning of the Suicide Squad is the same thing what they did with the Illuminati. Now, I get you could say, well, it's Professor X, powerful mutant and these, but I think it's because they were way too cocky, and that's why they were able to get beat so easy. When they're sitting in that chair, they're just cocky as fuck. You know what I mean?
I did like the line when Wanda asked Reed if you have any children. I love that.
She's like, good, because you're gonna need someone to take care of them.
I love that.
I personally, like, when I was watching the movie, I heard there was. Oh, first off, Danny, did you hear that because Doctor Strange's wife was marrying a black man, it made Doctor Strange look weak?
What, say it again?
Because Doctor Strange's wife was marrying a black man, it made Doctor Strange look weak.
Oh my god!
Ow.
Yeah, that was
I'm sure if the myth was he was endowed, Doctor Strange could do a spell and be super endowed. So that's bullshit there.
You know what I mean? It was, you know which group it was, Danny.
I didn't even
Well,
recognize that.
All right, really
Yeah.
quick
yeah.
for our final poll that I want to put up. What do we want to put up as the 4 options? I think we can do 4. Maybe we can do 5. Hold on. We can do 4. Okay. What 4 options do you want to put on there for the best Marvel movie?
Well, Danny hasn't went yet.
Okay, then Danny, go ahead. I want to
Hold
know
on.
between us what
Yeah,
do we put on there so they can vote.
I definitely think Infinity War gonna be one.
Well,
Yeah.
so far we've got 3 out of 5 for Black Panther.
I say Civil War,
Black Panther. Yeah,
Black
I agree.
Panther, and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
What about Iron Man?
Yeah, you do Iron Man. It don't matter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do 5, put Iron Man.
Absolutely. And my number one movie, and it's still my number one movie, and it will always be my number one movie for a while, unless if they do Secret Wars and it's fire, it may be able to beat it, but right now I can't see anything else beating it. But it's Infinity War. Still my favorite movie. It's because Thanos wins at the end of that movie. I really fucking love Infinity War. I can watch. That's one of those movies again that I could just watch over and over and over again.
That guy
You know what I mean?
wins.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Danny, you are up. Your top 5, my friend.
Number 5 is No Way Home. I love all 3 of the Peter Parkers coming there. Andrew Garfield, Tony. I actually like how I keep forgetting his name. The young Spider-Man.
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland.
Tom Holland. The aggressive way he got at the end when he was beating up the Goblin for killing Aunt May. I love that scene. That's one of the best scenes. He put a ass whipping on the Goblin. So I really like that. I like the chemistry between him, Ned, and MJ. Sometimes it get a little kind of corny, but when the 3 Spider-Mans was talking about if you fought this guy, you fought this guy, and then your webs, how do your webs work? This kind of stuff. I love the interaction between the 3 Spider-Man.
Loved it too.
Really cool.
When they're talking about they come on, and it's like, does it come? And you know what? That's another thing too, because there was a joke in Multiverse of Madness where she's like, "Oh, did it come out of his butt?" Right? When they're talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But that's where the webs come out from a real spider. So that's why they asked that question. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's why they asked that question. You know what I mean? Yeah. So go ahead, Danny.
I always got that joke. Number 4 is Black Panther. Hey, Wakanda. Chadwick Boseman. I'm so sorry he died. It's gonna be very hard to replace him. But I'm starting to lean toward M'Baku. I'm starting to lean that, and I didn't think I would like that over Killmonger, but if they're gonna do that, I think I can get out with him, man. He has a charisma that I think he might be could do it. He's gonna look big as fuck, unless he's slimmed down some. But he's gonna be a very beastie looking Black Panther. So tune in to see who becomes that. But Black Panther is definitely, man. I can watch that over and over. I love the scenes. I never freeze. The interaction between him and his sister, Okoye, I like that. So very cool. Number 3 is Endgame. Yes, the second hour is hard to watch, but I'm telling you, to me, there is no 1 hour movie in any movie in the whole out of the 28 movies that match up to that last hour of Endgame. I mean, it's just so much going on, so much doggone special effects, but it looked good. Even when Brie Larson came in and saved the day. Scarlet Witch going up against Thanos. Captain America catch a moon there, and to your left, it just has so many fantastic moments in it that I don't think I'll never be able to knock it out my top 5 just because of that last hour. Number 2 is Winter Soldier. Captain America fighting in that doggone elevator with fire. Him fighting George St. Pierre on the first opening, diving down in the dark suit, I guess the stealth suit. He was just a badass, and George St. Pierre challenged him, and he put the doggone shield on his back, and man, martial arts and boxing, judo, all that stuff mixed. I didn't realize Captain America was such a badass, but they really portrayed him well. I think Chris Evans was born to play that part. I don't see nobody else playing it but him. Even the Falcon, I'm sorry, he ain't gonna be Chris Evans. And number one, of course, is Infinity War. One of my favorite spots is when Thor comes down with the new hammer, Stormbreaker, and just cleans house. When Captain America and Black Panther are racing towards the shield for the fight, and one is just as fast as the other. When Captain America saves Vision and Scarlet Witch from what the children call the Black. Don't Thanos kids are called something Black something.
Oh, Sons of Thanos, but they're called something. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The Black something.
Yeah.
But when he fight when she's about to kill Vision and Scarlet Witch, and she throws her spear and Captain America catches. You hear that music? Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, the Captain America theme song.
Oh shit moment, boy. So Infinity War is gonna be hard to beat. I'm not necessarily like Nzo that Thanos won. But when I saw, I was like, "What the fuck? How the hell are they gonna do this?" And when you start seeing them disappear, I was like, "Ain't this a bitch?" Especially when I saw T'Challa disappear, I was like, "Shit!" So yeah, that movie,
absolutely.
I bet you they'll look back on pulling Black Panther out of the whole series at that moment. I bet you they'll look back now and go like, "Man,
maybe they should have killed them for good."
Well,
use them more, yeah.
Use them more at least. Then you could have at least because that's the big thing. We didn't get enough of that of him.
But
that character.
But I think that's not their fault. I don't think he told them until it was just apparent.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me get to the comics, then we'll do the recap. Next, they'll be yelling at those kids to get off their lawns. The younger generation are just as awesome as we were at that age.
Hey, you young little whippersnappers.
They're wearing the same clothes I was in my 20s. He had a career before the MCU, Robert Downey Jr. did. Absolutely.
Yes,
but they kind of went to our haters though.
Yes, it did because of his drug use.
Yeah, that was the thing. He went to rehab, and then his first big thing back, if I remember right, was Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
and then I think he was like, hold on, let me see here.
Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2 was tight.
Absolutely.
As a fan, I am upset because neither Robert Downey Jr. nor Benedict Cumberbatch told each other, "No shit, Sherlock."
Mm.
I would love for them to say that.
That was just a jab.
Yeah,
it would have been cool.
No, actually, guys, hold on.
Yeah,
his big comeback was Iron Man.
Oh, was it? And then Sherlock Holmes,
then Incredible Hulk, which he's uncredited for, but he was in that, and then he was also in Iron Man the video game. Tropic Thunder.
Iron Man was in Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
the end credit scene.
Well, he's in the end of it talking to
the end
Ross in the bar.
Ross.
Oh, in the bar.
Oh. Yeah.
The Soloist was in 2009, then Sherlock Holmes in 2009, and then Iron Man 2 2010. So no, his
Sherlock Holmes was before Iron Man. That was his.
No. Iron Man was first in 2008. Then it was Sherlock Holmes in 2009.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Okay. I hope
Kiss Bang Bang was in 2005. That was a big one for him. I remember right. And he was in Ally McBeal. That was when he was trying to get back in because they wouldn't. The biggest problem was they wouldn't insure him on big movies. They wouldn't insure him because he was a liability because of his drug use and past drug use. And so that was kind of his big comeback was Iron Man. So
again, they fought for him. They fought to get Iron Man. Even Terrence Howard did. David said, "I hope Wanda isn't dead. I hope she isn't dead either. But I hope they keep her. No. I hope they keep her bad though.
Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead.
I hope they keep her bad though.
She has a 7-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was confirmed in March. Mm-hmm. There's no way she's dead.
Absolutely not. Go ahead.
So unless Scarlett Johansson wouldn't have done what she done, she probably would have possibly come back.
Possibly.
Kind of blow up that bridge now, though.
No, not necessarily. Because listen, I'm hearing a lot of people, a lot of chatter, not like in the news yet, but there's a lot of chatter that
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano is going to be back in Mandalorian. She's
I
not
would
going to
love
get
that
her.
shot.
She's not going to get her show, but there's a lot of chatter that she's going to get to come back and play Cara Dune in Mandalorian.
Wouldn't surprise me. David said, I prefer Infinity War over Endgame, as do I. The average student's more adept at cursing than cursive. Ragnarok wasn't that bad. Ragnarok was absolutely fucking horrible.
Buddy comedy, come on.
Watch them out.
Elihu likes 3 Peters. Cats are evil. No, they're not. Cats are fine. Why would you get a cat? I like my cat. My cat is I like my cat. I prefer dogs. Howdy, folks.
Hey,
What's up,
wow.
Mike? How you doing?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Hanzo
What's up,
needs a
Mr.
cat bed on his desk or something like that to get her away from my wires that she keeps biting. That's for sure. Hanzo needs a cage to keep the cat away from her desk. No, I would never put her in a cage. I wouldn't do that. I've learned that giving a spot that's okay is more effective. My bad. Hanzo needs to be like Prince and get some control, pussy control. Haven't seen any movies or shows past Far From Home. Really?
Wow.
Guardians of the
Shifty, what are
Galaxy.
you, bro?
Yeah,
Get
bro.
from under that rock, bro.
Stop watching them boring ass fucking trash movies you watching and watch some good MCU movies.
Yeah,
you
but
say
do not watch the Eternals, okay? You can skip that entirely.
Yeah, you can. Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War. Not mad at your top 5 at all.
Let's skip Black Widow because she survives.
I find not having a cat to be even more effective. All the men got watered down. If you're talking about
Talk about it in
Multiverse of Madness,
Doctor Strange too.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that shit. Didn't care about it. Talk about
There are moments
they killed all the men.
There's moments like the scene in Endgame where they have all the women together. There's quick moments that it happens and you're like, oh wow, interesting, and then it goes away just as quick as it shows up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Rambo was a badass. She was okay. I liked her. I think it would be good to see her as Captain Marvel. I like that. Doctor Strange is not a top 3 movie. It's between 5 and 8. On your opinion, on your opinion, it's not. But to me, it's number 2. And I said,
very good observation, Basel.
It's number 4 to me, man.
It's up there. There's Are You? I don't know what you mean by that. Howdy, crew. Howdy. How you doing?
What's
Good
up?
to see you here.
Hey,
Happy to have you. There's rumors that Ezra may be replaced by Teen Wolf Dylan O'Brien.
Shot down. It's in the comment.
Yeah, I don't think it's true.
I
I don't
hope not.
think it's true.
No.
I don't like
There
it.
are rumors. Those rumors were quickly shot down by WB. Is still communicating with Ezra, and they have no plans to replace him right now. That is correct. Of course, that doesn't mean will bring him back for a sequel. No, of course not. But right now, they have no plans to replace him. So I choose to ignore the shot down and then cross my fingers. Cross my fingers. Then got you. No, Ally McBeal was his first big thing back after his troubles. Sherlock came nearly a decade later.
Well, that's what I mean. But what I said is that Ally McBeal was where he first got his shot to come back, but they wouldn't do movies because they couldn't get insurance on him. TV is a different monster. So
absolutely,
Tay Diggs got on there too. Him and Tay Diggs did that together.
Yeah,
my wife used to watch that shit all the time.
I liked him in U.S. Marshals. He was good in U.S. Marshals too. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I hated him. I was glad when they killed his ass.
But he does a good job in the movie. It's just he's a
good actor. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, he's just a dick in the movie. Yeah, absolutely. She's very powerful. I don't think she can be killed that easy. I agree.
That is correct.
Cat lady here meowed at Dandelion. I like other people having cats just fine and prefer Eternals over Black Widow. You are out of your mind.
defending him.
Absolutely not. I think we agreed on some movies, but
No.
the one thing we all agreed on was that Eternals was the worst MCU movie they've
Yes.
made so far.
Yeah.
So now,
That
to
is-
recap our top 5, we had Elihu with Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. No,
Huh?
Doctor Strange, the first one, Thor 3, Homecoming, and Iron Man.
No, it
Chris
was No
was,
Way Home. Then Iron Man.
oh yeah, sorry, No Way Home, then Iron Man, right. Chris said Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Multiverse of Madness, Infinity War, and No Way Home. Danny was No Way Home, Black Panther, Endgame, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and I was Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Multiverse of Madness, and in Avengers Infinity War. So 2 of us like Infinity War as the number 1, but I think we have a few movies that are the same in our list, but it's a different, we all have different takes, and it's fine. You know what I mean? I think Eli had the worst one. Maybe you should put that poll up, Chris, before we go. Who had the best ranking?
Okay, really quick. I'm gonna end this poll right here that I just set up, and I'm gonna put in here whose ranking was the best.
I got to vote on
Absolutely.
this poll. I'm going to go YouTube.
Fatal J said number 1, Winter Soldier. Number 2, Infinity War. Number 3, Iron Man 1. What about 4 and 5, Fatal? Black Panther could have been that 3, but the final fight between T'Challa and Killmonger looked bad.
Killmonger.
Killmonger. Yeah.
Killmonger.
I agree that
Killmonger.
Hold on. I agree that the CGI in the final battle is bad, but I don't think that's enough for me to be like, oh, I'm not going to put this in my top 5 or anything like that. You know what I mean? I think the fight was decent.
Everything to that was good.
Absolutely.
All right.
100% I agree. So, Chris, with the
All right.
polls, what we got?
So the first one I asked was, what is the worst Marvel movie? I had the Eternals, Thor: The Dark World, Captain Marvel, and Ant-Man and the Wasp in there, and the Eternals won with 45%. Thor: The Dark World got 29%, Captain Marvel got 16%, and Ant-Man and the Wasp got 8%. So,
I ain't mad at that at all.
Eternals, everybody's pretty much on the same page.
Yeah.
What is the best of these Marvel movies? I had Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. 30% said Black Panther. 26% said Guardians of the Galaxy. 26% said Spider-Man No Way Home. And only 17% said Multiverse of Madness. So, I mean, it was nice and even kind of spread there. So. The third one I asked is what?
I don't think a lot of people have seen that yet.
Which one? Oh, Doctor Strange? Probably not.
Yeah.
What is the best Marvel movie? We put Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Iron Man, and Avengers Civil War. And 53% said Avengers Infinity War. Black Panther got 15, Iron Man got 15, and Avengers Civil War got 15. So everybody else got 15%, but Infinity War ran away with it with 53%. And we will go. We got say 6 more minutes to 55 after.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll let this poll go.
Yeah. So Anto, you need to talk to the poll again because every time you talk to the poll, you lose your ranking. So please.
No.
Talk to the chat right now. Talk to the chat, please.
I'll let the chat decide without saying anything. Fatal J said Eternals was one of the most worst movies in or outside the MCU. I agree with that. It's really bad. It's one of those movies that I can't watch again and I won't watch again at all. Shifty said, but sometimes the ending. Yeah, go ahead.
I said, I'm not even sure if they're even going to go any further with Eternals because it had such a bad reception. But if they do, then at least if it do, then at least I think they've laid the groundwork because now people are familiar with it. And usually when they do a second movie in MCU, a lot of times it's better than the first. Not all times, because I don't think the second Thor was better than the first Thor. But in most cases, the second movie, and I don't think the second Iron Man was better, but I do think like the second Avengers was better. The second Captain America was better. So I think that as they get more and more, as they got more and more, I guess comfortable with making these movies, the second one, as they progress, was usually a little bit better than the first. So I'm thinking if they do Eternals 2, it's going to be a whole lot different. I think it'll be a whole lot better. And of course,
I
Doctor
think
Strange
it'll
2
be.
was better than the first as well.
Yeah, I like Doctor. Yeah, I like Doctor Strange 2 better than the first two. And another thing too, what I'll say is to your point, Donnie. Yeah, you're correct. If they do one, it might be better. But if they don't, I think we'll just see the Eternals show up in other movies. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's the MCU. They'll probably say, well, it was the pandemic. So I think they'll do another one. I don't want them to, but I think they will. Shifty said, but
Probably.
sometimes the ending to something can leave a bad taste in your mouth, like Ozark. What the F? I didn't have a problem with the end of Ozark, though.
Ozark was crazy, man. I hate they kill little girl. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It's been out for a while. Yeah, they kill Ruth. I know.
I was like,
oh,
fuck.
Shit.
I've never seen Ozark. What happened?
Have you seen any of it?
No.
Okay. Well, then you won't understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ozark? No, never seen it.
Was that they kill that cop, that PI cop, whatever he was? That son fixed his ass.
That's okay. That's okay, Dennis Fluff. You can just vote for me.
Wasn't paying enough attention to know who had the best ranking out of you four. It's always me. You know that. Guys, I'm going to say it again. Elihu wanted me to talk. I think I had the best ranking out of this list. These guys put some really fucking horrible movies on the bottom of their list. Elihu had the worst because he had Infinity War like way up there. You know what I mean?
Keep on talking, Nzo. Keep on talking.
Yeah, it helps everybody else.
It just helped me a lot. Keep on talking.
I mean, Infinity War was in his top 10, but it was at like number 7.
Iron Man was my number 1 movie, okay?
He put Winter Soldier at number 4, like 17, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Yes, but we all agreed on Black Panther's number 5. Wakanda Forever.
And it looks like Danny's on his phone making a vote. So, Danny, make sure you vote for me. Because, you know, you know my list was the best. Chris, I'll take your vote as well. Eli, and I too will take your vote.
I'm not voting. Listen, I'm just running the polls, man. I can't do that.
Oh yeah, you can't vote. I could vote. Maybe I should go and put my vote up there.
Go vote
for the best one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm doing my work for when I gotta get off here.
Got you. Donnie says he's doing his work. He wants us to believe that he's actually doing work on here. No, he's not. He's voting.
He's I voting, ain't standing up here because I really thought we were gonna be on here 3 hours, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I am.
Oh no, we done.
Yeah, I was back like 2 hours. I was there tops.
Yeah, we done. After the poll is done, we can close it up, and I think it was a good list. I think you guys have good lists. Elihu, yours is the weakest.
Weakest? Why are you and Nzo tied at 17% and I'm leading?
Who's leading? Because they're trolls.
Chris is in first place so far with 38. I'm at 29.
Chris is in first place.
Yeah, you and Danny are tied.
I gotta close this up quick. Come on, 55 after. Come on, hurry up.
I was in first place. So Nzo, please talk some more so I can get back in first place. Because when you're talking, I jumped to 33%.
Wow, Chris, close it up just as I fucking voted.
No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
Oh, no, you haven't. Okay, that's why.
I said 55 after. Even if I lose, I don't care. I'm just trying to get. I want to get to 55. 55. Come on, please.
That's
guys, get your votes in there, guys.
40 seconds.
And yes, Howard the Duck was absolutely robbed. 100%.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
100%.
And I have 55 after. Boom.
Wait, I see 154, 35, 36.
My computer already says 55 after.
I'm looking at the live count right there, Nzo.
Oh, chill. Oh, sorry, Fado. I think we ruined it for you. My bad.
The poll complete. Chris closed the poll.
Yeah, the poll is over, guys.
Well, with last place, Danny, 15%. Nzo, 20%. Me, 28%. And Chris with 36%.
I don't win these.
It's only because it's on
Do it
Chaos
tomorrow.
fucking Central.
We'll do it again tomorrow if you don't like it.
It was on my fucking channel. I
I got
probably would have
seconds.
won that shit.
I got seconds.
Well,
I'm happy.
that
I
doesn't
don't
even.
even listen to that because I know Elihu.
Yeah, I know, Danny.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like I don't. Yeah,
Elihu's
Danny.
Elihu's
nothing but-
tweeting out.
that's a
Elihu's sending
troll.
people messages. Hey, go on there. Go on here. Go on here. Go
Yeah.
on here. Go on here.
Absolutely. Eternals
Hey,
was
dude,
good, but there are certain scenes that I'll never make me watch it again. I agree.
Really
said
Go ahead,
quick.
Chris.
I want to.
I love food. Said that.
I want to give a shout out here to Nzo, who had our last roundtable, and the episode from this past week got 690 views. Very nice.
nice.
The one before that, 555. We saw some good numbers out of that. So Nzo, thank you for doing that. Appreciate it very much.
Woohoo.
No problem, man. And I'm thinking about, because I was thinking about it the other day. No one else wants to do it. I'll do the Miss Marvel.
Okay,
No worries.
that's cool.
I don't know
No
who
worries.
put
We'll just find a
Winter
day
Soldier at
we can do it on.
17 fatal. That wasn't me, Anzo.
No, it was
Sound
this guy. This
Elihu.
guy right here. Winter Soldier was at 17. Yes.
And mine
Unbelievable.
was Winter Soldier. I had it 4.
Yeah, I think we all had it in all of us had it in their top 5 at least, except for this guy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it that much.
Oh my
And
God.
there we go. Howard the Duck was robbed. Hashtag
Yes, he
Howard the
was.
Duck was robbed. Yes, guys, let's get that hashtag going. Twitter that
but-
shit out there. Get it
But
going.
Howard the Duck doesn't have his own movie yet.
He did.
Yeah, but
so
still.
so it needs to be hashtag get Howard the Duck.
Oh my God.
But when we did the poll, he was robbed. So I mean, when we did the
Hashtag
ranking.
Danny wants Howard the Duck.
Don't put my name in that shit because I will damn find you and sue your ass.
Comic relief.
With that being said,
Okay.
guys,
Oh, I didn't-
thank you very
Yes.
much for coming in. We're going to go around the panel so these guys could talk about their channels real quick. We're going to start off with Elihu. Elihu, tell the people about the channel, man.
I just accidentally hit how the duck was robbed. Sorry. Damn fat fingers. I'm Elihu-Who. I have a science channel on YouTube called What's Up with the Universe, where I talk anywhere from basic astronomy to complex astrophysics, from black holes, planetary formations, or just literature around the solar system saying, hey, Mars, what's up? Or hey, Jupiter, what's up? You know, I look for the night sky and you go, what the hell is that? Tune in my channel, you might learn something. I also have a couple of parody and comedy videos up there. You can turn in, check them out if you want, or if you don't. I'm not going to force you to do anything. So, hey, oh well. And thanks for having me on, Alonzo.
No problem. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. If any of you ain't subbed to Elihu, make sure you sub to him as well. Also, make sure you've tweeted out this show so we can get Chaos Central to 1,000 subs. Chris Knight, talk to the people, sir.
Yeah, that's a really important thing, guys. We're at 279. Listen, we're only 21 away from 300. Guys, help us out with that. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Make sure we get everybody else the subs they deserve, including this channel. And Real Review 3000, you want to check it out? If you want to sub, that'd be great. Appreciate it. Tonight I have a new video out called Unmasking the Masked Singer. We're going to have one more of those next week, and then we're done for the season. So check that out if you're interested in that show. But great show. Enjoyed it with the rankings. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow night where we'll have the rule of 3. Before you two leave, though, we need to discuss, because I know you guys both had like final fives you thought about. So I'd like to hear those.
All right.
Friday,
And
David. Friday, David.
Danny, last but not least, brother, tell the people about your channel.
I am Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. You can find me here on this same channel, Chaos Central. The two guys to my left and to the bottom left. Monday nights, my show is Chaos List, which we had last night. Tonight, of course, you're on Chaotic Conversation last night. Tonight, we're on Chaos List. Tomorrow, we'll be on Chris's show, The Rule of 3. Then on Saturdays, you can catch me on a little show called Square One, along with Anzo, Roberto, and Chris, where we talk sports, mainly NBA, NFL. Sometimes we get into the box a little bit, but it's really haven't been anything since his last heavyweight fight to really talk about in the boxing world. Tomorrow night, Anzo's show, of course, is OOC. Not sure what the topic is going to be. Well, I do kind of know what the topic is going to be as usual. Talking about props and shit and telling you. And Sunday, you can catch me on Storms Live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Robert Storm's channel. But very good show tonight, Nzo. Appreciate it. Had fun doing this. I'm pretty sure once we see Black Panther 2 and Thor Love and Thunder, it may change again.
It may, or they maybe go on the bottom. You know what I mean? I still don't think anything could be worse than Eternals, but you never know.
There's a new trailer for Thor. There's only about 3 seconds of new sound footage. That's it.
Okay, I didn't know that. And I am Big Ford Entertainment. David Quintana asked, when is the next Western tournament? It'll probably be this Friday. Got Danny's list already up there. So you guys, if you like Westerns, make sure to check that one out. We'll see who wins that one. Like he said, tomorrow night will be the OOC. That is correct. There was another police shooting, which we will be talking about. I also want to discuss something that was, basically Ashley had on her show where she broke down the real meaning of woke. And we're going to break down the real meaning of woke and the real meaning of tokens, right? So we're going to explain all of that because the context that we use it in the pop culture is totally different than what it was meant to be. So that should be an interesting show. Again, I appreciate everybody that came into the chat. Fatal J, Shifty Gizm, David, Dandelion Fluff. Who else was up in this motherfucker? Who else did I miss?
I love food.
I Love Food was up in here. Basil was up in here.
Mike, Maria,
Tony Robinson, Jason
Lee Tucker. I think Greg Brout, Basil,
Mad
Mama Bear was in the house. All you guys that come in here and watch us every time. TWTG, Caleb, all you guys that come in here and watch us, I do appreciate it.
Anzo's in the chat.
I am in the chat as well as Eli, Danny, and Chris are in the chat. But once again, I do. Why did you ban Shifty? I didn't ban Shifty.
No.
Did Shifty ban?
Ban Shifty.
You have to stop accidentally banning.
Is that was at 10:58 where you said no, he was Lauren at the TNG.
Yeah, no, I didn't ban him. Chris will check, but I didn't ban him. I don't know.
Never robbed the duck. Yeah, come on.
Shifty, can you make a comment if you're still there? Because
it says that he was banned. I don't know who did it.
Wow,
he's unbanned now.
Okay, that wasn't me.
No clue.
That was not me, unless I did on my phone by accident. But I don't think so.
No. Shifty would never be banned.
Oh no, it says Shifty was banned by Big Ford Entertainment.
Huh. I don't
know.
Don't worry about it.
And it says message was deleted. I didn't do that.
Phones
maybe I pressed something on my phone or something, but if I did, sorry, Shifty.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. I just seen it. My bad if I did, but I know I didn't do it on my PC, so it might have been when I was pressing on my phone. But with that being said, guys, we are going to close it up. Shifty Gizm, do apologize for that. But yeah, appreciate it. Make sure to check us out. We will be back on the next one. Peace, love, and hair grease, guys. See ya.
Inevitable.
I can't blame the cat for everything, Dandelion. I can't do that.
All right, the Khaos list. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, Nzo, here we go. Take N and Z, then throw in a O. Nzo's the name, and this is the show. It don't matter what the haters say, as everybody knows at the end of the day, the Khaos list comes on Tuesday nights. Describe it in word, dynamite. He brings fire to all the masses. He rocks a hoodie, a snapback, and a pair of glasses. Khaos is the second show of the week. Questions so fire that they make you speak about issues that are universal. We talk about shit that's controversial. Sit back, chill, enjoy the show. His crew is ready. Here's Nzo. Peace. Woo. Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaos List. Do not miss this. I'm gonna say that one more time. Do not miss this. Peace.
Is there any stuff?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.